I'm Jerry Ferdun. I'm the Fleet and Equipment Director for NorCal Pipelines. We focus primarily in the civil infrastructure field, the service industry to the utilities. We do a lot of subcontract work for major utilities in the area. Tenna's primary benefit for me is its ability to keep me organized, help me organize the fleet. Tenna does that the best for me because it consolidates everything into one place. The drivers like using the DVIRs that Tenna does electronically. It's a lot simpler getting alerted by drivers to something that's simple early before it becomes something major later, or giving me and Richie or my fleet department a chance to triage something.
Richie Azevedo, fleet manager for NorCal Pipeline Services. Once everybody migrated to using the DVIRs and fill out any maintenance requests that needed to be done, it definitely seemed like it's trending in the downward to where we don't have a flat tire on a job site a day later. It got fixed that day or that night. So it's not something that escalated into being something worse. The cost of repairs have come down.
You have to manage all the information that comes from the drivers on those electronic reports. You need to go in there and look at it and say, hey, I hear you've got a hangnail. Respond to even the most simplistic complaint. You will grow the driver's engagement of the process because they feel like somebody's paying attention. Owners with Dave, he's a big culture guy and he's about developing people as well, right? So Tenna has the camera system that's very easy to use, but implementing that helps feed his goal for raising the cultural awareness of making better people, better drivers, safer. It's about returning home at night safe to your family. The safer we can make it for the people that work here, the more chance they have to get home at night safe to their family. And I think that's a big benefit, that you openly show them how much you care about their well-being.
We implemented Tenna's cameras as part of our safety because of drivers being caught up in little fender benders and being stated at fault. Now with the cameras, we had hard proof evidence that showed, hey, our guys weren't at fault. Could use the cameras, a resource to figure out who was at fault.
There's really nothing to fear about cameras. They're a tool to help. I think their value is immeasurable.
Tenna cam and Tenna tracker being installed in one of our vans definitely was the number one reason why we were able to recover our $500,000 camera van that had gotten stolen off of a job site. We had a CCTV van, was starting a night job, setting up on site. When he jumped out to move a cone from the back of the truck, a gentleman that nobody knew about ran up and jumped inside the van and took off. The manager got on Tenna right away and started tracking the vehicle as he was calling police. We were watching the live Tenna cam. The driver literally ripped the cable out of the camera, but the camera still records because it has a battery. We had proof of the driver, evidence of who it was, and with the tracker still being live underneath the dash, we could track the vehicle. The police caught up to him and he abandoned the vehicle and then provided the police department with the evidence. So we luckily recovered the vehicle because it's a $500,000 asset with all the equipment that's inside of the CCTV vans. It was a good recovery. Quick recovery. Without the live tracker, we would have probably never found it.
The Tenna BLE beacon is got a legitimate return on investment, and they're individual components that are inventoried on CCTV vans. So a CCTV van is its own cost center, and within that cost center are other cost attributes. So you've got all these other unsecured assets in it. So you may have multiple numbers of $15,000, $20,000 individual tools assigned to the inventory of that van. You go in there to do an inventory, they're not there. So now what do? Is it a loss or is it on somebody else's truck? Putting those pucks onto those assets allows me to track them. I'm able to keep track of the investment. It's a $500,000 worth of assets. No brainer. Works great.
A lot of times customers say, hey, you guys didn't get to our yard till 9 o'clock and our truck was there at 7 a.m. So we basically use telematics to prove to them that our vehicle was on site at 7 a.m. like it was informed to be according to their time schedule, because it's an hourly deal that getting invoiced. Tenna is always consistently doing upgrades and taking the feedback from the customer and doing improvements.
Tenna customer service has been very responsive.
A lot of things that I couldn't do on the app a year ago, I can do now.
Tenna's user interface is very easy to understand from a construction person's background. The layout of the information, the tabs on the dashboard, the way that they have the instructions written out, it speaks to more of a construction lingo. Super easy to use, very intuitive. You don't have to be an engineer to mess with it. Tenna is a part of my business increasing my efficiency at running the fleet department and maximizing the efficiency of the assets, accounting for them, making repairs when they are needed, not after a major problem. If you're willing to be engaged with it, then the system will repay you in buckets.